I don't know how much of this will be shown, but we are live, and because we are live, it is time to go with the intro. Amazing. It is so good to see that happening live on YouTube. We've been playing that tune in our recordings. Actually, don't even get to hear that tune live in our ears when we are recording because वो हम सब post में edit पे add कर रहे थे. पर अभी we are seeing it live. So, welcome everybody who is tuning in right now to the live or is going to watch this video later. Welcome to the first live podcast of the Corner Flag. We are here in your YouTubes because that's that's where all the money is.
Really, that's where the money is. This is the money that we're after.
It is. It is
YouTube
the
money.
Yeah, I am waiting for that moment where we reach enough subscribers and watch hours that let us use super chats on YouTube so that people can send 10 rupees to 50 rupees to 100 rupees to even 1 lakh rupees if you feel like it, just to have their comments read out.
That yeah, I hope they do that. I hope we earn enough to cover the internet bill that this takes up. That's my aim.
Yes, we have very low
That's
expectations
it.
from
That's all.
everything. That's it. We don't want the world, guys. We just
Yeah.
want very simple things from you guys, and that's just it. So for those of you who are watching this live, that's great. Thank you for joining in. I don't know how many people have joined in just yet, but I'm sure you're there. If you are joining this live, just a quick this thing, please interact with us on the live chat. Because we are doing this for the first time, we also want to make sure that we can see your live chats. So if you can do that, then that would be great. We'll highlight them and we'll respond to them as well. But yes, we want to keep doing a lot more of these, don't we, Mukesh?
Of course, I yeah, definitely. I think we want to be interacting with listeners directly. We want to be talking about football every day because not only am I running out of friends to talk to, the football's making me jittery and nervous. So I
Yeah.
need to get it out of my system. And apparently, you can't talk to your therapist about football. Apparently, it's not what they did their degree for.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry that football isn't cool enough for them, but that's where we are right now. So
Yeah.
we need to
That
be doing this way more.
Yes, we should. So please keep the chats going. Now the thing is, I have this is technical stuff, right? We are not getting into the football stuff yet. This is still starting. मतलब अभी तक सिर्फ 3 मिनट ही हुआ है. So this is still starting stuff. I'm not seeing the live chat pop up on my studio window here, but I'm seeing it on my second screen. And Humphrey has said hello. And he has also said some might say you guys are doing live because Amog don't want to edit. He is right.
Right? Oh man, just straight
Humphrey
up,
is
they just
so right.
yeah,
He
spitting
is so.
facts like this.
It is so right. It is so fucking right. Thank you for pointing that out, Humphrey. Thank you very much for pointing that out. If our actual streaming partner can put the chats up over here, I'll be able to highlight them. That's not coming up yet. Eventually, अगर बाद में हो गया तो I'll do that. But that definitely deserves a call out. So thank you for that, Humphrey. Uh, but yes, man, we want to do more of these because, like Mukesh said, we are running out of friends, and I am very close to pissing off my wife, and I want to see how far I can push it. Like she always finds it very hard that I'm constantly talking about football, but on the other hand, I don't talk about it with her, so she's also happy. So I guess it's a win-win for.
Oh, I'll tell you for me, the problem is not only am I constantly talking about football, I'm constantly talking to Amog, which is why I get my galis.
Yeah, then okay, cool. So then let's begin with the football chat. Of course, these live streams that we are doing are called midweek madness because that is the whole point of this. There's a lot of fixtures that happen in the midweek, and we realized with our usual schedule of releasing episodes every Tuesday, which we are going to continue doing, by the way, that does not change. Those episodes will be recorded and will be uploaded on YouTube and your podcast apps, but we want to do more live streams through the week. to talk about important midweek fixtures like Ipswich versus Brighton, and bits of news that happened. Like for example, David Moyes coming back to Everton. So unfortunately, Akash is not here for that shit, but we'll get to that when we get to.
That is going to be a much harder journey than David Moyes' and Everton's journey.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
this is their
getting
version
Akash
of
back.
before sunrise, before sunset. This is their Ye Jawani, Hai Diwani. Ye, this is that. Oh,
Yeah.
you do all this and for what? To come
Yeah,
back to the same person.
absolutely. Yeah, it is going to be hectic. If David Moyes can come back to Everton, I feel like it is high time Akash comes back to the corner flag.
And
And if Akash is watching this, listening to this, playing this later, when he's taking a dump or something like that, then that message goes out directly to him. Right, Mukesh. To begin
yes.
this episode, we'll get to the midweek fixtures as well. But I wanted to begin this episode with a fantastic piece of a fantastic piece of news that I came across. We go to Serie A for this. Now, if all of you who are watching have you know seen this news item, then great. But I'm sure Mukesh hasn't. But
Tell
this
me.
is it, right? We go to Serie A for this, Mukesh. This is the headline: Lazio Falconer sacked for sharing explicit photos of prosthetic penis. So, what has happened is Lazio
Wait, let me try
club.
to guess what this is because there are a lot of words. I'm not
Yes,
understanding it. I'm not understanding if Lazio Falconer is his name.
yes,
I'm not understanding if Falconer is someone who falcons and like trains falcons.
yes.
I don't know if Lazio is a club, like, but that's in Italy. So I don't know if there's another Lazio in Spain, like there's a Liverpool in Uruguay. Uh, explicit is it? No, wait. Is it explicit pictures of the Falcons if he's a Falconer, or is it of himself? Oh, so many questions. Amo,
Oh,
please
I
tell
will,
me
I will,
what's
I will.
happening.
Okay, wait. Let me take you through the headline yet again to see if it makes it clear. Lazio Falconer sacked for sharing explicit photos of prosthetic penis.
Ah, that's an incredible headline.
Okay,
Amok, I've understood nothing about
okay.
that.
So let me dive deep into this. Not the penis part because who wants to do that? But so Lazio club in Serie A famously have an eagle in their crest, right?
Okay.
As a part of their club branding, what they do before games is they have a person who has an eagle who comes out onto the pitch with the eagle, and the eagle does like a flyby around the stadium and then lands in like on his hand or something in the center circle, and the fans go like, "Hey, eagle, that's our mascot," etc., etc. This guy was sacked from his job. This is his job, and he was sacked from this job at Lazio because he on social media put out pictures of his penis after he had a penis implant surgery.
Oof.
So that is that is basically what is happening now. This man was also employed by Benfica. Before this, Benfica also have eagles in their crest. I would love to see him come to Crystal Palace in the Premier League because Crystal Palace also known as the Eagles. But I don't think he's going to get a job in football or any other industry anytime soon, considering how open he is to sharing photos of his newly implanted penis on social media.
Listen, man, I think, do you think he did something wrong?
I'm a little worried because you don't think he did something wrong by putting pictures of his penis on social media. What the fuck do you do on social media, Mukesh? I know you're
Nothing.
hardly on it, but the few times you're on it, is your motto quantity over quality? No, quality over quantity.
No, it's more quantity if you get what I'm trying to say.
Did you all?
Which is
Did
also what Lazio Falconer
you,
was believed in.
yeah, but
Um,
this is what Lazio said. They said that they are aware of the shared pain that the loss of the eagle will cause to fans for upcoming home matches, but it was impossible to associate our historical symbol with such an individual. You know what I feel bad about? Even the eagle got sacked, dude.
oh
उसने क्या
no.
किया? The poor eagle is out of the job as well.
Oh no. Then the eagle now has to go back to the wild. It has to go back to the desert or wherever it's from. And it's like, what? You went off, you thought you could achieve big dreams.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
fell
But
victim
you
to.
know what the funny part is, right? He's been sacked by Lazio because he put out pictures of his penis on social media. He's been sacked, right? But in 2021, he was suspended by Lazio. Why?
Because he
Take a
put
guess.
up.
Take a guess.
Oh my God, is this a second enlargement? How small was it to begin with?
Just take a wild guess.
Is it because
I'm
he's
sure. I'm sure you won't get it. But
okay?
take a guess.
Is it because he sent dick pics to the owner of the club or something?
No, it has nothing to do with dicks,
Oh,
or maybe it kind of does in
this
a
is the
very weird
saddest
way.
I'll ever be about something to not have to do with dicks. Hmm.
He was suspended in 2021 for performing a fascist salute. He was filmed making the
Oh,
salute and chanting "Leader, Leader," which is commonly associated with former fascist Italian leader Benito Mussolini.
oh
So this is what
no.
happens at Lazio. You do a
He
fascist
is
salute, you're
on. Yep.
suspended. You show your dick, you're sacked. That's the order of penalties.
Sure of yeah. It's a lesser crime to be a fascist than to send a dick pic, guys.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
usually it's probably the fascists who have to get penis enlargements. So what we're trying to say is that if you really want to tell women that you have a big cock, be a lefty liberal. That's what ultimately that's what Corner Flag is secretly about. That's what our propaganda is.
Yes, that we are
And
very, very woke over here.
yeah.
So that is basically
But
what
also,
it
by
is.
the way, this is the greatest way to tell the world that you have a big dick right now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
getting sacked for having a penis enlargement.
But now here's the thing, right? Do you want to tell the world that you have a big dick? Or do you just want to tell those special few people that get to see your dick
Oh my God,
that you have
Amok,
a
can you
big
stop
dick?
being romantic about it?
I
Like
can't help it.
really?
Penises just make me romantic.
Oh,
If penises make me go like Shahrukh,
yeah.
like
Excellent.
I'm
This is the
thinking of a
longest.
Dilwale Dulhania penis pun, but I can't.
Yeah.
Is this the longest you're saying?
This is the longest I've ever spoken about any penis.
This is the longest we have spoken about any penis. That's not
Hopefully.
true,
And hopefully
actually.
this is the first and
No,
last
that
time.
no, Mukesh, that's not true. We have spoken longer about penises. We had a 20-minute discussion about Akarsh once.
No, that's
So,
true.
we have done that and we are only at 13 minutes
Okay,
right
let me
now.
say this
So,
is the largest penis we've ever spoken about.
again, not true. Akarsh is quite tall. So, you know, it has happened before. But yes,
Oh man, you
enough
think we
of
can just harass Akash like this into coming back? Just talk about how small he is and how small his penis is, and then one day he'll be like, "Enough! I
One day
will send,"
he'll actually post penis pics on the Cornflag Instagram just
and
to be
then we
like, I
can
don't
sack
have a
him.
small penis.
And then we
We
can
can make a
sack.
sacking official. No, we can, but we can definitely harass him throughout till he comes back. And then when he comes back to the podcast, we can harass him even more. By the way, shout out to Akash Chandan also. The reason why he has not been here for Cornerflag loyalists who've been listening to us from the early days of us being all together. He's not here because he's been working on a movie and his movie comes out on the 7th of Feb. It's called Lavyapa. It stars Junaid Khan and Khushi Kapoor. He has worked very hard on this film. So when it does come out, please buy tickets and watch it because we won't get any money from that. But Akash also won't get any money from that.
Yeah,
But it'll make him feel good.
we'll just
So
get a friend back.
yeah, we'll get a friend back.
That's really what
Yeah,
this is about.
yeah, it's the friends that you made along the way. That's what matters the most. Right, shall we get into the midweek action, Mukia?
Yes, let's go.
Which one do you want to begin? You want to begin with United or you want to begin with Liverpool?
Uh, okay, you know what? I know what enough we've spoken about penises. Let's just every bit of this is really bad. Like it's like okay, no, let's go with United because at least I'd like to see you happy than me be unhappy.
Okay, I'm not going to be very happy because United played Southampton at home and went 1-0 down and only had to rely on an Ahmad hat trick in the last 10 minutes to get something from the game. So I'm not entirely happy about that situation.
Take your 3 points and leave, Amog. Like you don't get to be this cocky.
I mean, that's true. We climbed up the table from 15th to 12th. So fucking well done,
Every
United.
week, by the time if it's 3 places per week,
Yeah.
you'll get to one very soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very
A
soon. By
month
the time,
later. Fuck, it'll still take you a month.
by like 2028, we'll reach there.
No, I was like, I was like, if you jump 3 places a week, you'll probably reach top. And I'm like, fuck, that'll still take you more than a month.
Yeah.
Like, Oh, that's crazy.
We are 20 points behind Liverpool, roughly. I don't know exactly what it is, but we are
Yeah, yeah,
roughly
yeah.
20-ish points behind
That's
Liverpool.
just
It's,
about 7 losses.
yeah, like right now, a successful season for us is top half.
Oh,
Not even Conference League, huh? Not even European places. Top half. That is the immediate goal right now.
oh man, it's incredible how both of us are unhappy. And really, what does this tell you?
It tells you that you're a truth, Mukesh, because
Oh,
Liverpool is fucking top of the table.
I know, but I don't feel like it's going to last for long. But let's talk about Ahmad. I think what a he also signed his contract recently. So you think this
Yes.
bump up in form is because of, how when you get money, you just a good guy for a few days.
Yeah.
He like give bonus to the people. He's
Yeah.
like, Didi, please take a bonus.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think this is him. This is his version of being a good guy because he got a bonus.
No, I think he was really active throughout the game, and what was unfortunate was like this whole trend that we've been seeing with United, where simple games we end to put ourselves in a bad position. Like this fucking it's Southampton. They're bottom of the table. They're objectively the worst team in the Premier League
Yeah,
this season. We should be banging them. Like even a below par United team that's going through crisis should be putting five past Southampton easy. But we
correct.
just love to make things hard for us, and that's exactly what happened. Fuck, they were putting so much pressure on the United backline. Uh, their wingers were having the best of our defenders. It was really disheartening to see Lenny Yoro completely fail in this game.
Uh, okay, but do you think it's because of Southampton's absolute low block that they struggle so much, which means that eventually they did give way. I tell you why I think it's a little unfair to clear to it's a little unfair on United's players, right? I
Hmm.
feel like Southampton got a lucky goal, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
wouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying Ugarte is someone who would never give up an own goal, but it's an unlikely candidate for an own goal, right?
yeah,
They got a streak lucky goal, and after that they shut shop. United have known to been having like not really good luck with attackers, but they've been reasonably good at defending. Reasonably, I'm not saying they're very good,
yeah.
right? They've not been able to finish off their thing. And they tried, Southampton tried their luck for about 78 minutes, if I'm not wrong, about 80 minutes, and then just they couldn't. And I feel like it's a fair result. I think United fans are being a little unfair on United players. I think this is, by the end of the game, 3-1 against Southampton is a fair result.
It
Now,
is a
how
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. No,
happens,
I mean, I'm,
how it
I'm
happens, and that is the mechanics of the game. And oh my God, why am I defending? Uh, why am I defending United so much? Huh?
no, but you're right. Like we're happy with the 3 points. Like,
No, no, I'm sure, but I also feel like it's a fair way that the game played out. It can't be that um, you'll be scoring a goal every 10 minutes, right?
yeah,
Now, as shit as they are, neither can it be that you will be on top of them from the beginning. They're still a Premier League side. They still manage to get a goal somehow through luck or whatever. And then once teams go into that low block, it's very hard to penetrate.
yeah, yeah,
Going with the penile theme that we have for this episode, it's very hard to
yeah,
penetrate
yeah,
such a hard low block.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah,
No, I feel like that Ugarte own goal also, like that is a problem that we've had throughout the season, where we just cannot seem to defend corners. We cannot seem to defend set pieces. And again, like it is the crowding of the keeper that just makes everybody in a United shirt just panic, and nobody knows exactly what is happening. And it's one thing when a team like Arsenal, who are very, very good at corners this season specifically, they got a similar goal against Spurs as well, and we'll get to that. It's one thing when a team like Arsenal does that to you, but Southampton also picking up on this very, very obvious chink in the armor is a little embarrassing. Like you, yes, you're right. We are happy with the 3 points, 3-1 against Southampton, how it happened, fair result. We move from 15 to 12th. We've lost three fucking Premier League games in the last five, so a win here is very, very, very much needed. But the obvious issues that are there are still there. That is something that Amorim really needs to fix very very soon, because otherwise it's not even a case of teams finding us out. It's a case of teams just going into fixtures against Man United being like, "ये तो
Yeah,
cheat
I
code
know.
hai, bro."
Yeah,
Like
I feel like
whatever
going.
happens,
Yeah, I feel like okay, it's a little flattering to United to be like, there's something to figure out. Like,
yeah,
there's not much of a mystery. It's just like, yeah, just score goals through the
yeah,
middle. But yeah, I think like I would even say like even a Brighton or even a Tottenham maybe has to be figured out. It might be a simple solution, but
yeah,
United are, or at least Amorim's United are not at a stage where they have to be figured out. Oh, what is his
yeah,
mysterious mechanisms
yeah,
to to insert our authority on
yeah,
them?
yeah. But so that was the corner defending is one thing. The other thing, like I was mentioning, Lenny Yoro was having a bad game. Now this is a player who's been touted as the next Rafael Varane. We've got him at 18 years old from Lens, and he is somebody who was looking forward to a move to Real Madrid. Right, he is that type of player, and I feel like eventually after he's done with his stint at Man United, I feel like he will eventually end up at Real Madrid at some point. That's what everybody expects of him. And to be fair, yes, from the time he's joined, he's played a little bit of preseason, then got injured for a very long time, and now slowly he's beginning to come back into the team. And all he's done up until now is come off the bench and made cameo appearances. He's in those cameo appearances, he's made some good tackles and all of that. But in his first start, I don't know if it was actually his first start or whatever, but in a start, he looked very very average, and he looked very very slow. Like there were times when he was just very easily beaten for pace, and that's not something you want to see from one of your central defenders, one of your youngest central defenders, somebody who's such a big prospect. It almost felt like after being defeated in a foot race, he just gave up. Like I didn't see any sort of desire to try and make up the space and try and go and try and put in a tackle or a block. And that's a bit worrying. And I would be very surprised if Lenny Oro starts the next game against Brighton on the weekend, because I don't think Amorim's going to stand for that shit.
Is Amorim that? Is he like a like Slot is a game by game ruthless guy? If you're bad in one game, you're removed. Is
Yeah,
Amorim that guy, or is he a let's? I'm
very
going to give
much
you a
so.
four game
No,
run or
no,
a
he's
5 game
very
run?
much so. Like, okay, one part of you can say that he's rotated his side so much since the time he's joined, and he has rotated a lot since he's joined, is probably because he's coming to this United squad in the middle of the season where he needs to get to know his team. He needs to get to know the players, what they're good at, what they're not so good at, and he needs to figure out which players will suit his system the best. Because of course, doing a three at the back system is a new system for these players as well. So the only and he's also joined United at a point where there was a lot of fixture congestion, and he kept saying that in his press conferences as well. Ki, "Mere ko time chahiye. Give me a little bit of time with the players, and then you'll start to see the results." The fact of the matter is, he didn't have a lot of time with the players early on in his tenure as United coach. But he is also a manager who has taken on Marcus Rashford, and he has said in the press that, oh, I look at everything. He's not doing well. If he does well, he's in the team. If he doesn't do well, he's not, because somebody else deserves it more. And it's been what 5 6 games that Rashford hasn't even been in the squad, to the point where now we are thinking of selling him, at least on loan in January. So he is definitely the kind of guy who will chop and change immediately after realizing that a player is not doing well, especially in a position where we have cover. Now, centre back is one position that United actually do have a lot of cover, because Maguire, who was rested, he was fucking dead beat after that Arsenal FA Cup game. He was rested for this game, and Euro was given a chance. But I'm pretty sure that for Brighton, Maguire is going to be ready, and Maguire is going to be in the starting lineup again.
No, for sure. First, Maguire redemption act. We're all here for it. Um, Second thing is that I feel like it is hard to we have to cut some slack for Lenny Yoro, yeah, because I do what I mean. I still remember him from the Liverpool game, right? That last minute tackle, I think he did against Nunes, which I know Nunes would have missed anyway. He didn't have to do that tackle. Um, uh, That's a penis. That's a penis
Yeah,
that needs a brain enlargement.
but he does.
Uh,
He also looks like a penis, no?
yeah, he looks like a penis. I think it's a penis that needs a brain enlargement. Very
He looks
clear.
like a nice circumcised penis with his
Yeah,
hair pulled
yeah.
back. Like it's a very clean sort of.
And this like, yeah, I agree, agree. So I do think, I think Lenny Oro, like any defender that comes from outside the system, is trying to figure out the game still. Maybe he's not. I think Lenny Oro is not ready for the physicality of the game because he does look like a slim, slender guy.
Yeah,
And I think maybe he needs to bulk up a little bit, he needs to strengthen up.
yeah,
But he does look like someone who can be like a big butted, physically powerful forward. He's done, right? Like actually like a Grealish, Sterling, Rooney of the whatever, even Rooney, even now, even Rooney now
yeah,
wouldn't take take him on.
yeah,
So I think that's probably his bigger weakness.
yeah,
But if someone's strength is pace, I think he'll be able to take them on very easily, like a
yeah,
Nunes. But I think strength and big buttedness
yeah,
is going to be his main issue.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's it for
And
the
I
defense, but
want to
like,
be in that room when Amarim tells Lenny Oro, man, you need to strengthen up your butt. You need a butt enlargement.
just don't post it on Instagram. Like that's it. That's all we ask from you. But like also like we have to talk about Ahmad because what a fucking hat trick! First African player to score a hat trick for Man United. The first player to score a hat trick
Is
in
he
a
not
Man
from
United.
Italy? I always assumed he was from Italy. I don't know why.
No, he played for Atalanta in Italy for a
Oh,
while, but
okay, okay.
he
He's
is
not.
he's from the Ivory Coast, and it is. I mean, it was a. He's easily one of the best players, one of the most improved or most mercurial players under Amarim. He is found like he is Amarim's guy, and we are fucking loving it. Uh, it's also kind of a testament to Ten Hag's failure because Ten Hag gave Anthony more chances than Ahmad, and we all know how that turned out. But I'm really glad that we have a manager who's understanding the talent that he has at the disposal, and Ahmad is fucking genuinely good. Lovely goals. First player to score a hat trick for United since Cristiano Ronaldo in his second spell at Man United. So, I'm not gonna get too excited just yet, but yeah, I'm fucking excited.
No, no. Amad Diallo is very good. I think I remember a glimpse of this from that last year's Liverpool game, and I was quite happy that he was failing under Ten Hag, but good to see him like try, I mean, like really try his best, and he also seems to be genuinely excited to play for United, which
Yeah,
I think is a rare quality in United, which has been a rare quality in United since
yeah,
uh, for a while now. Early Rashford and Ronaldo in his second innings are probably the only two players who I can think of who genuinely seem to be excited to be playing for United rather than playing in the Premier League at a big club. There's a
yeah,
big difference between the players who want to play for United and players who want to play at a big club in the Premier League. And he
yeah,
seems to be someone who just likes United. He's
yeah.
very good.
Yeah. So fantastic stuff from Ahmad there. Let's talk about Liverpool 1, Forest 1, or rather Forest 1, Liverpool 1. This was always going to be a tough game for Liverpool because
Oh,
historically in this season, Forest are the only team that has defeated Liverpool
Tottenham too, by the way.
in the league.
Not in the league.
Huh, I'm
In the
talking about in the league.
okay, in the league. Yeah. For the tough fixture, I thought Liverpool played absolute garbage in the first half.
Okay,
They
wait.
had a
Is it is
thousand.
it is it a case of Liverpool playing garbage, or is it a case of Forest just fucking going up a notch? Like they took the game to Liverpool because they knew that they went to Anfield and defeated Liverpool. They know that they are flying high in the Premier League right now, so the mood is really good, and they're at home. And fuck, that
No,
atmosphere at the City Ground
yeah,
was next level. So
no.
they were up
See,
for it.
but I think okay, that would make sense if they were playing attacking football. They were just sitting back and defending, which I'm not saying is wrong or no, but I'm saying it's not going for it means what? They were playing a low block, but I feel like the problem is that Liverpool didn't have any answer but shot maar dur se. Like they were just
Hmm.
shooting from anywhere, and the shots were being sprayed all over.
Salah and
Uh,
Inshallah.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't even Salah. It was just
It wasn't
inshallah.
even
That's it.
Salah. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Salah had an off game, which I guess he's allowed
yeah,
to.
yeah,
But no one really turned up. But I think defensively, at least they were okay. I know they let a goal in, but at least I think they was okay. But still, and the fact is that Forest scored in their first shot of the game,
yeah,
right? I think Gravenberch and Konate had a miscommunication, a little more of Gravenberch's fault. But I did think feel like either uh, either the plan was bad, right? Which was okay, let's play shots from outside. There's a bad plan, or the players themselves didn't believe in that plan,
Yeah.
which is that okay, if someone is sitting on a low block, what do you do but play shot, like just hit shots from outside the box and then hope that something goes in or at least challenge the keeper. But they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But nor did they have the confidence to do like some tippy tappy and get inside the box,
Yeah.
right? And the corners were terrible. Oh my god! I feel like how Arsenal is known now for to make corners work.
Yeah.
I feel like Liverpool are the opposite. You just know that their corners are going to be shit.
I mean,
Not that
it's ironic that they equalize through a corner.
yeah, the first corner that went that it was literally the first corner that cleared the first defender.
First man.
Eventually got in, and that's this is I'm talking about the first half. That's the absolutely garbage. In fact, I thought we were quite lucky to end with only 1-0 because like if Forest were a little more clinical, because I think by the end of the end of the first half, we were playing with one central defender.
Yeah.
Everybody was pushed up, right?
Yeah.
It was just Van Dijk and Alisson, who also has, by the way, been having a terrible return to the Premier League. Very valid shouts to put Kelleher back because he had those clean sheets. I also feel like this shot could have been saved by um, him. He could have put in a, I don't know. He is like if you're going to have shouts for being hey the best in the league, like if you're going to be in those conversations, then you better be saving shit like this. And
Yeah.
this was clearly since his return, he's been very clearly like fourth, fifth best, not even top three. So
Yeah.
quite
Fa-
disappointing overall. And then even second half until the substitutions, only Diogo Jota looked like he could make a difference, but he didn't. I mean, he did eventually for 1 point, but he didn't make the 3 point difference.
So, but let's talk about the Jota goal, all right? Because what was interesting about this is it's his first touch. I think it
Yeah,
was his first touch since
it was
coming
his
on.
first touch of the game. It was
It
his
was his
first
first
touch
touch of
within
the
the
game,
first
right?
22 seconds. Yeah,
We know that he's a fantastic forward. He has a lot of quality, and yet for some reason he's not getting a long run in the time
no,
in the
no,
side.
he's injured. The problem is he's a hyper injury prone player. He he's a classic case of one game he'll play and then 3 games he's injured. Like even now he's injured. He's not going to play against Brentford,
Mm.
right? Because he's injured. He feels a niggle. He's very weak. I don't know if it's because he's playing too much FIFA and he's like he gets back issues because he's been playing so much bloody FIFA. But he needs, I think, ankle implants.
Yeah, yeah.
He needs definitely some
Those you can put
prosthetics.
on social media.
Those you can put on sexy fucking new
Yeah.
ankles.
Uh,
Uh,
but but regarding that goal, what did you think about what Gakpo did in that goal? Because
I think he did what what Arsenal have been doing, which is crowding the keeper and
yeah, but
make.
how allowed should that be? Because
I see. I don't
it's
think it
not
should be
the
allowed at all.
and
But
even more so with this specific incident, it was Gakpo backing into the keeper. It wasn't just crowding him. Like if you're facing him and crowding him, that's one thing. But this was him backing into the keeper. And last season or the season before that, we have had discussions on this very podcast, and we have seen this being discussed by lots of football pundits as well. Harry Kane used to do that to defenders when challenging for aerial balls. He used to back into the defenders as they were going for a jump, and that would mean they fucking somersaulted over him.
yeah,
And that was considered to be like serious foul play as well. Like people like maybe not by the referees, but all the pundits were talking about how that is very very dangerous. That's not how you should go, because you could break your neck as a defender if you're
yeah.
jumping that high and you're basically somersaulting over this player. You are in a position where you can land on your head and break your neck. And
No,
yes, I agree that what Gakpo did to Sales wasn't at that level, but it was in that zone. So, ah, ah, eh,
no.
I'm just making sounds now.
I know. I completely agree. I don't think it should be allowed, but I feel like it's been allowed this season. Like Arsenal
Hmm.
have That's the whole, like, that's one of the many tricks that they
Yeah,
employ to sneak in a goal. So I guess it's just fair play now. I wouldn't, I don't like it. But now what do you do?
yeah,
Like, agar, like, that's how teams have been getting
yeah.
their points. So got to do what you can do.
Yeah. Right. Before we quickly talk about the rest of the games, I have to do this. We have to do a little separate segment because this came about in, I think, a couple of episodes ago, a couple of weeks ago or something. We did this. So I'm just going to play the jingle so you'll know exactly what it is. And here it is.
How Amug fucked up his FPL this week.
Yes, we are going to talk about
Emig,
how Amog, that's what the AI calls me, fucked up my FPL this week. Two ways, right? Now, I looked at the FPL scout for like tips before the midweek fixtures. I looked at them. I saw what they said about who to captain. I have both Cole Palmer and Mo Salah in my FPL team, and they said we are going to switch the captainship to Cole Palmer for this week because Mo Salah has been kept quiet by Nottingham Forest earlier on in the season, and there is a chance when he's playing away to Nottingham Forest that they will keep him quiet yet again. And I was like, no, no, I will put my faith in the Egyptian god.
king.
Cole Palmer scores, Mo Salah blanks. That is number one. I should have listened to the scout. Number two, I wanted to make a transfer in midfield. I had a lot of budget. I could have gone for the 5.3 million pound signing Ahmad, who was owned by very few people. And I almost went ahead with that transfer. And I said, no, this will fuck up superstitions in not having United
Oh
players in my
no.
FPL. I probably should not, and I decided against using Ahmad in my FPL. Fucker gets a fucking hat trick,
Had.
bro.
So who did you get in his place?
Who did I get in his place? I don't know. I think I got. I mean, everybody else I got. I got Elanga. I got Anthony Elanga. So he got an assist. Not bad, not bad. But I could have got Ahmad and got a hat trick. So, not very happy about that.
No, I'm sorry. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you went for unscientific uh, rationale to justify what you're doing. You like
Yes.
superstition? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Which, by the
Very
way,
good.
which is what I did all the time in FPL.
Yeah.
But still, disgusting.
Disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Let's also just look at some comments, some nice comments coming in. Humphrey has also said, I'm getting married 9 days after living with my girlfriend for 2 years. I can sense her frustration as weekend approaches. One advantage is I live close to Wembley, so she sees other fans like me. So it's kind of fine when compared to others who watch championship too. We feel for you,
Firstly,
Humphrey.
Humphrey, stop showing off. There were two show offs. Okay, one
Yeah,
is like, I have a girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
fine, dude, you have a girlfriend.
Of 2 years.
Yeah, bragging.
Mm,
Second thing is, I live near Wembley, bigger brag.
yeah,
Sorry to your girlfriend, but that's a
yeah.
bigger bragging thing. And wow, he lives near Wembley. Excellent.
Excellent
Wow.
stuff. Excellent stuff. But that is Humphrey. Thank you for writing in. And Gaurav Dole has also said, if I had a shot at every mention of penis, I would have been in a hospital. He's right. And I'm a little disappointed that you haven't done that already.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. You haven't had so much alcohol that you have had not had an erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you did, then you can get a penis implant and then post those pictures on social media. Because you're not employed by Lazio, so you're not going to get sacked by them. So it's all good. You can go ahead and do that. Fazil Abbas has also said, oh, one of our long-time listeners, Fazil Abbas has said, just wanted to say hi. We'll watch the entire stream later. You do that, Fazil. Thank you so much for joining in. Gaurav has also said, I forgot to make the change this week. It returned with good points. By the way, Ahmad was in my team for a week before. I have always had belief in him. Gaurav, you are a far better man than I am. And you are a far better manager at FPL than I am then. Because I started off really well. And then I have just started making such poor decisions, most of which will be captured on this podcast with the segment, with the jingle, how Amog fucked up his
Amig.
Amog fucked up his FPL this week. Right, let's quickly talk about the other results. Big ones, of course, Arsenal 2-1 Spurs. Spurs taking the lead through Heung-min Son, but Arsenal getting a corner to
Uh, Spurs shushing a crowd, which was disgusting, I thought.
yeah, but it was also,
Did you see that? They shushed a.
I mean, yeah, it's a North London derby. Emotions are running high. वो सब तो होना ही है. But man, Arsenal equalized through a corner that should not have been a corner because the ball went off Trossard.
Yeah, I mean, this is like classic Arsenal, right? Like now you will not hear any one Arsenal fan also complaining about this decision. They're like, oh, actually, we deserve this for previous karma or something like that. But it was quite unfair to Ange. And actually, I think each game I see Ange play and Ange Tottenham play, I get even more confused about whether he's a bad manager, an unlucky manager, a talented manager with some bad decision making, or a bad manager with some talented decision making. I
Yeah,
don't know which one he
yeah.
is.
He's the classic archetype of keep them guessing about your next move. किसी को पता ही नहीं है क्या करेगा.
Yeah.
Which team is going to show up? We just don't know. But just going back to that Trossard corner that should not have been a corner. I mean, this is the point. Like, this is the problem with VAR. Now we've come to a point where, and as United fans saw in the FA Cup, where the VAR does not kick in till the fifth round, so there was no VAR in the FA Cup game between United and Arsenal, and that penalty that Maguire supposedly gave away should have never been a penalty. So we have come to a point where VAR is actually helping, but VAR is also so hamstrung because these are the type of decisions. These corners are the types of decisions that VAR has no jurisdiction over. They're not considered as major enough decisions for them to flag it to the referee and be like, no, actually, ball went off Trossard. It's not a corner to Arsenal. It's a goal kick to Spurs. But my point is this, right? Like, if the whole point of VAR is to ensure that the results are fair, don't don't flag every decision for a corner if it's a wrong decision. But if it directly leads to a goal, then VAR should have the jurisdiction to fucking intervene and tell the referee
No,
that actually the goal should not
I
stand.
feel like football should go a little more extreme and take out the on-field referee.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, or that. Chat GPT को ही लेके आओ ना.
Put
Fucking run.
take out the on-field referee. Huh?
I'm saying get
Put
Chat
the
GPT only
put
to
all
referee
referees
the.
outside and put VAR. That's it.
But I mean,
I actually think so. I feel like VAR and the number of cameras that are there on in stadiums now, it's very possible to get good angles for everything.
yeah,
Right? What are the
yeah,
tough calls in football? Right? Offsides. Right? That's
yeah,
the big ones. Offsides, penalties, and yeah, I think these are the two big ones. Right? The game-changing ones per se.
yeah,
Right? Anyway, they're getting them wrong. So
yeah,
everything else is easy to guess based on replay. So we don't
yeah,
need the referee. We don't need the referee inside the game. So just remove everything and
yeah.
fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep it entirely to VR. See, my point is only this, right? Like, if a team scores a goal and there is an offside in the build up to the goal does not stand because VAR comes in and says, no, no, actually there was, or even if there's a foul in the build up to the goal, forget the offside. If there's a foul in the build up to the goal, even then VAR comes and says, okay, actually it's not a goal because there was a foul in the build up. So
Yeah.
why is this any different? Why is this any different? Why are we as football fans who don't support Arsenal denied the fact that Arsenal could have dropped points against their North London rivals who are having a terrible season themselves? Like, it would have been so much more fun to talk about this game.
Yeah, I know. And like now to see Arsenal having bragging rights, to see them close the gap is feeling slightly scary and humiliating.
Yeah.
Knowing Liverpool are not going to sign absolutely anybody. But do you have it? By the way, sorry to make it about Liverpool, but like Liverpool have got 3 transfer windows without signing anybody except for KSR.
Really?
3 transfer windows, we've signed nobody. Zero signings except for yes, and we haven't signed a centre back since I think like someone was pointing out that when Van Dijk got injured, like so Man City has a defensive crisis and they've splashed 180 million just on defenders.
Right. and they're
When
still fucking up.
when Van Dyke got injured, they got Ozan Kabak on loan and Ben Davies, not even the Ben Davies who plays for the Premier League, Ben Davies from Fleetwood Town or something, who didn't play for 2 million. So I was like, wow.
Uh, but yeah, talking about Liverpool, let's also look forward to fixtures from tomorrow as we begin to wrap up this episode. Liverpool going away to Brentford. How do you see that one going, Mooks?
I've become as you know, I'm a complete Liverpool pessimist. I think it's an away fixture if I'm not wrong,
It
and
is
I
an away
do feel
fixture.
like Liverpool are going to drop points. They might
Yeah,
not
I mean,
lose, but they will drop
Brentford
points.
Brentford drew 2-2 in the last minute against Man City, which led to Pep Guardiola taking Stefan Ortega and having a very aggressive
But
conversation
homoerotic.
with him.
But
Very,
also
very, very weird.
aggressive and homoerotic because you just go,
Yeah,
he'd lean in, hold him, try to kiss him, and then
yeah,
push back. And I was like,
yeah,
dude, I know we just got divorced, but still,
yeah,
don't, no need for homoeroticism on the pitch.
yeah. But yeah, so I kind of do agree. Like, I feel like Liverpool are finally, like, you know how we spoke about at the start of the season when Liverpool started off well. We said that it's a new manager in slot. They haven't made any transfers. This is a team that's going to run out of steam at some point in the season, and I
Yep,
feel like we're seeing that hiccup now. And
yep.
it's a good thing for Liverpool fans that that hiccup is not losses; it's still just draws,
Oh, I was like, this
right?
is enough. This is enough. Because I feel like draws now means losses later. Actually, if you have like 4 losses in a row, then your team is shit for long enough that it feels like a break. Now you're like, you're running like a gadha and then you're just about getting to a draw.
Yeah,
I feel like this is done. Liverpool are done. This is their top 4 finish that they're going to get. Like I remember from the beginning of the season that like no matter how many wins that they had, they're at best they're going to have finish top 4. And I feel like they're going to really dip in form right now because there is nobody like uh, Nunes is shit. Jota is out. Konate, you saw. I mean, if you saw that photo of Konate is still playing with an injury on his.
no
Yeah, he was
idea.
playing with an injury, and at some point when Konate was taken off, Grind Ramberch was the central back. CB.
Wow,
Endo was playing CB. So yeah, Liverpool are just like in tatters. Actually, I think fans of other clubs aren't realizing how much in tatters Liverpool are in. So yeah, it's
fantastic.
literally just Van Dyke and Jesus Christ, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just Van Dyke and Jesus Christ. That's where we are.
I mean, sorry, just going back to my point about Trent that I made a few episodes ago about how I think he's overrated. He again had a fairly poor game against Forest.
No. I think it was okay. I mean, this time the goal wasn't his fault, really. It was Konate and Ramberg.
Is the bar that low?
No, wait. So I'm saying basics, right? And then the attackers weren't really good. The attackers weren't any good. They didn't have that clinical touch or whatever.
When will the world realize that just because he's a homegrown player and he doesn't have a transfer fee, he is not criticized nearly as much as he should be compared to the performances that he puts in defensively?
Never, because that's
Yeah,
not true. You don't realize a lie. You
yeah,
reject it.
yeah.
But
Fine, fine.
also, maybe if it means Madrid won't come for him, yeah, he's shit,
Yeah.
guys. He's garbage.
Yeah. West Ham are hosting Crystal Palace tomorrow as well. West Ham under Graham Potter, of course, they got their first win under him in the Premier League in his first match in the Premier League against Fulham. 3-2 victory for Graham Potter. What do you think about Graham Potter's appointment at West Ham?
I think it's actually uh, as much as I'm still upset with West Ham for sacking Moyes. I feel like okay now again they've gotten for a Moyes-esque signing, someone who, if they're mid-table, you're like okay that's decent, but if they do well, which they can under Potter, and maybe some of that pragmatic Potter ball can come back, I think
Yeah.
they can be a consistently top 10 side. So I'm quite excited. I'm actually really excited for. Uh, I think the most ridiculous thing about Potter in the last 3 years was, you remember there was this brief period where Chelsea fans were upset that he wasn't angry enough on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping West Ham fans aren't like that and they treat him a little better, because I thought that was the worst thing that could have been said to a manager, which is that you're not angry enough on the pitch. And I'm hoping like, yeah, or I'm hoping now he doesn't try to overcompensate and he's like, fucking hell, and he like
Yeah,
bashes a fan or something, takes a kid, choke slams him to the ground.
yeah,
But yes, otherwise I'm quite excited.
yeah. Arsenal take on Aston Villa tomorrow as well in another one of the big fixtures. Uh, I feel like I would love for Aston Villa to just dent Arsenal a little bit,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, that also means that Liverpool are running away with the title, which as a United fan does not work for me at all.
So I'll tell you what. Here's what I think is the best thing you should pray for, which is Arsenal and Liverpool have the exact same result, and it's a draw,
Yeah,
which I
and
would
then
say,
आगे के fixtures में देखा जाएगा.
yeah, देखा जाएगा.
Fair.
Because for me,
On
I'm like right now, it's between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, right? In terms of
yeah,
coming second, and maybe Nottingham Forest will slip up at some point.
yeah,
Maybe I might
yeah.
live to regret these words, but if you just keep matching Arsenal's result for now, I think I'm okay.
All right. On Sunday, Everton take on Spurs. David Moyes is going to be at Goodison. I think it's fantastic that David Moyes is at Everton right now
Yeah,
in the
it's
last year of Goodison Park.
yep, and it's actually incredible that I've seen the Alchemist book come to life. Finally, the treasure was what we had all along. It was within me. It was
Yeah,
where I started from. I've never seen that book play out so literally,
yeah.
and it's incredible. I think that's
But
what it really.
it is just so poetic. It is so poetic that in the last year of Goodison Park, it's David Moyes at the helm again. Like, just I can't imagine what must be like for him also. Like, oh, I get to be on the touchline again as Everton manager for one last time at Goodison Park. Like, I think it's a great appointment. I feel David Moyes as a manager has also grown a lot since he was last at Everton. He's had some bad experiences in United. He's had some great experiences with the West Ham. So I feel like, and he's got some experience in Spain as well with Sociedad. So I feel like he has become a far different manager, far more mature, and a better manager than he once was. And he's not the Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis type of managers, guys. He is not one of those guys. Even though he can be regarded as one of them, he's not. He
No, no, no.
has
I
a
think
little
Moyes is
more
always
to
he's like
give.
yeah, yeah. Moyes I think is always a little more than that. I think he deserves a lot more respect than that.
Yeah,
Which I think he also gets. I think no one ever like no one considers the supposed successor. I mean, not supposed the successor of Alex Ferguson to be at the level of Tony Pulis or
yeah.
Sam Allardyce. And I think
He certainly looked like that when he was at United. To be
no, but I
fair,
think the way history judges him, everyone I think now like generally everyone feels like
yeah,
United were far more unkind to him than he
yeah,
deserved.
yeah, yeah,
So I think history has judged him fairly.
yeah. Speaking of United, they host Brighton on Sunday, and I am so worried. I am so worried.
Yeah, he should be. I think
Yeah,
Brighton
that
might
says
get
it all. That
fucked.
says it all. Not much more to add to that. Right, with that, it is time to end this live stream, guys. I hope you guys had fun watching this. If you're watching this live, thank you so much. We'll be doing more of these, so please stay tuned for that. And we'll keep coming to you with more live streams. Keep interacting in the chat box. We love hearing what you have to say. Hopefully, by the next one, I'll figure out how to actually highlight those fucking comments and put them on the screen for everybody to read instead of just keeping on looking at the other screen to see कौन क्या बोल रहा है. Hopefully we can figure that out. But thank you so much for watching. For the people who are going to watch it later, thank you for that as well. It really helps us. We want really, we're at 559 subscribers at the time of starting this live stream. We want to hit 1000 in the first 3 months. Can we make it happen?
We
I think
can and we will.
with your help, I think we can. So please tell everybody you know about this little channel that we have. It is for a lot of you your favorite football podcast. So we are very happy to continue doing that. And yeah, just generally thank you. This is a very exciting time for us, and we are happy that you got to be a part of this. And with that, it is time to say goodbye. So say bye, Mukesh,
Bye guys.
and it's bye from me. Amazing.
I am gonna go because Richard's gonna kill me.
Okay, see
Bye.
you. तेरा upload भी हो गया, so I think you can no stay. I'll tell you when you can leave.